I've always loved science fiction, time travel, alternate realities, teleportation, and this summer, while I haven't seen the new Star Trek movie, I've been watching some of the old episodes, and I have to admit that I'm a Star Trek fan. And while I love Star Trek for the drama and the storyline and the science fiction of it, I have to deny its fundamental basis. As a Christian, I must deny that. Because it says that mankind can advance, can progress to a stage without God, that there is no poverty, there's no disease, there's no money. Mankind works to better themselves, as Captain Picard put it in Star Trek First Contact, even though in the original series Kirk and them were paid. They do say that in certain episodes. Evolution is assumed in the world of Star Trek. Chakotay once says to Janeway, you don't believe in this Adam and Eve story, right? The story of biblical creation. Furthermore, the Star Trek Voyager episode called Distant Origin is almost like a satire, if you will, on what is happening here on Earth, where the religious organization is denying the scientific facts of evolution. The characters also in Star Trek, they aren't evolved morally. I mean, they're sleeping with each other after the first date or the first few dates, just like any teen movie would here today. Sex isn't held to the place it should be in reverence between a husband and wife. The characters use all kinds of profanity. When they're angry, they have outbursts of anger. They kill each other even on the same ship. There's murders among this evolved humanity. And you look at these things and you ask the question, will mankind ever evolve, ever advance to this state? And is Star Trek really evolved? Are the people really evolved on it? Well, David said in Psalm 51, he said, in sin my mother conceived me. We are born into sin. We're born into sin. In John 8, verse 34, it says, Jesus answered them, truly, truly, I say to you, everyone who commits sin is a slave of sin. And it's talking about a constant committing of sin. So, will mankind ever advance? Well, if you commit sin, you're a slave to sin. We'll only advance as humans, only advance further in our depravity, further in our love of committing sin, because we are a slave to it. Without Jesus Christ, we are a slave to sin. And that's as far as we'll advance. We'll only advance in our love and in our slavery to sin and for sin. I have a test for you to take. Go to areyouagoodperson.org. Take the test.